out of 7. So whatever they did at the bottom, if they got it correct, it can be plus 2. Please grade and trade that. Marcellus.
Sorry.
Okay, at this point, your mouth should be stopped moving. The tapping should stop. I'll take homework questions in a second. I just need to record homework scores. Total correct out of 9. Please just give me the total correct that you had. I don't need to know this out of 9. I'll wait till it's quiet. If I can't hear your score, you get a 0. Tony?
7.
Raymond?
Oh, 6.
Thank you. Aisha, not here. Terry?
4.
Thank you. Marcellus?
9.
Janice? Tira?
7.
DeWitt?
7.
Say again?
7.
Thank you. Leasia? Sequoia? Kesha? Corey?
2.
Julius?
6.
Morgan? Feminia?
7.
Denzel?
9.
MJ?
7.
Dion? Erica?
7.
Tyson? Misha? Christiana?
3.
Good. Okay, questions about the homework to go over. Questions about the homework to go over. I'll wait. Yes.
Number 2.
Number 2. So number 2, the first thing we need to do is we need to put this into slope-intercept form. We should get y is equal to 3 plus 2x. Correct? We're going to add 2x. So we get 3 plus 2x. We're going to go ahead and graph this one. We're going to start at -1. We're going to go up 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. I cannot review these homework problems if there's talking and moving around. I'm not asking you to sit straight silently, and I'm not asking you to do a hard thing to do, is to sit and pay attention and stop distracting other people. That's the first line. Second line, we're going to start at +3, and we're going to go up 2 and over 1. 1, 2, 3. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. So it would be off the graph. So I would graph this right here.
Also, you estimate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you extended the graph
That's fine.
to make it exact,
That's fine.
you get a different answer.
I'll come look at it. Cuckoo?
Can't really have no. Can you go over number 1 so I can, this, I need to, like, I can't understand, like, when you said, like, how you have x equals 5 as the second part of the equation, because I thought I understood it, but I got like both of those columns wrong, you know, and I thought that was okay.
Can I take a look at it when we're doing classwork? And I'll look and see what mistake you made? Okay. Any other questions? Raymond, do you have a question? Okay, I'll come look at it during classwork. Remind me. Yes? This is the chairs are squeaky. I understand that. We need to sit still. A lot of moving around unnecessarily. Marcellus is what I'm talking about. Just sit still, please. Misha? I'm not flexible to do that. I will at the end of class like I did yesterday. Okay. Let's go ahead and take out our notes and get started with today's lesson. Open your notes to a new page and put the title on, which is Solving Systems with Substitution. The date is July 14th. New page of notes. Title.
problem?
Yes.
You sure?
Alright, your title should be on your notes, Solving Systems with Substitution. Yes. You can write in the back, absolutely. Just needs to be at the top of the page. That's perfect. When I collect it, I slip step, that's why I'm checking the email, because I can turn it, just bring it up to me. That's fine. That's okay. How's your name? I'll talk to you in class. You will have, I'll just give it to you during class. Alright, so we solved systems already by graphing. Yesterday was the last day that we'll be doing graphing. Today we're going to move on to substitution. You will, don't worry about writing this down, it's sort of like the info slide. You will have a quiz on Friday which will cover graphing. So it'll also cover substitution. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, Thursday. So now we're going to get started with substitution again. So if we're given these two equations, y equals 3x, don't worry about writing this down just yet, and y equals negative 2x plus 15, how could we go about solving them? By substitution. Keep in mind we have y equals for both equations. Give you about 15 seconds to think about it. So, what are we thinking?
Can't you put the 3, I mean, so like I said, you can put the 2, the negative 2x plus 15, and the 3x under it, and it's going to be x.
That's elimination, which we'll get to next week. But how do we solve this by substitution? Erica?
I think you add the 2x to the 3x, and then you divide, that becomes 5x, and then you divide 5x plus 15, I mean 5x, so now about 15 and then
That's elimination as well. Julius?
Y equals 3x, so I would say we substitute 3x and put it into the y over the other side.
Yeah, we can just put these two equations. We have two y equals. We can just set these equal to each other. So we'll have 3x is equal to negative 2x plus 15. Now this is just like what you did in the do now. Keon, you've got variables on both sides of the equal sign. So where would we go from here? Raymond? Yeah. Good. And how do you know to add the 2x to that side? The other class wasn't quite sure about this. Christiana? Yeah, what you want to do, and this is sort of a rule of thumb, when you're looking at these equations with variables on both sides, you want to look at the coefficients. Whichever coefficient is larger, so in this case 3 versus negative 2, we're going to move the variables to that side. So we'll go over that a little bit more. So like someone said, we're going to add 2x to both sides. We've got 5x is equal to 15. What's our last step? Leisha? Good. But we're not done yet. So now we know what x is equal to. How can we figure out what y is equal to? How can we know what y is equal to? Janice, how do I know what y is equal to? Tara, help her out. How do we know what y is equal to? Yeah, we're just going to plug it back in. Do we have to do both equations? No, just pick one. Which one's going to be easier to do? 3x. So let's do 3 times 3, which is 9. So y is equal to 9. So this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be setting the equations equal to each other because they're just plain y's. If we had 2y, we'd have to do some work. So let's go ahead and take some notes on what we just did. So if we have two equations that are written as y equals, what's the first thing we're going to want to do? Go ahead and write this down. What's the first thing we do with the equations?